Hey, what's up, boxing and fight fans? This is Eric from Jab Sports TV. And Manny Pacquiao's personal advisor, Michael Koncz, has confirmed that the 58-6-2 Pacquiao will be facing the 27-1 WBO welterweight champion Jessie Vargas on November 5th, 2016. At this point, either in Las Vegas or in Dubai, India. And I can tell you right now that if the fight isn't fought in Vegas, this fight, which is going to be a pay-per-view fight, is not going to do very well at all. I know a lot of people are saying that the Terence Crawford and Victor Postol fight didn't do well on pay-per-view, which I don't know why that fight was on pay-per-view to begin with, but, you know, either way it goes, I know for sure this fight, meaning Pacquiao versus Vargas, will not do well if it's actually in Dubai, India, especially on the tickets, because a lot of American fans won't be able to make that fight due to the distance. But Pacquiao claims that Jessie Vargas will be a better pay-per-view attraction than Terence Crawford. What the... You know, that's like saying Robert the Ghost Guerrero would be a better pay-per-view attraction than Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, I just don't get that. I mean, yeah, you know, Vargas comes forward and, you know, he's not afraid to mix it up in a fight and exchange blows. But, I mean, just being realistic, okay? Everything else aside, we all know as boxing fans that Terence Crawford would draw a much bigger audience than the Jessie Vargas fight will. I mean, that's just the way it goes. There's no getting around that. I don't care if you're a Pacquiao fan or not, if you're a Terence Crawford fan or not, or if you like Jessie Vargas or not. That's just the cold, hard facts. All right. Now, Manny says he doesn't have time to chase a fighter around the ring like Terence Crawford. He feels he doesn't have to. He feels that's not what the fans want to see. Well, you know, he referenced Crawford's last fight against Victor Postol, again, in which he won by decision, but he did so in a dominant fashion. He knocked Postol down a couple times, and I mean, he looked good in the fight. I mean, to me, it wasn't a boring fight. It was just watching a boxer fight, a good boxer fight, a great boxer. And, you know, obviously Manny has issues, especially nowadays, with fighters that actually move around the ring, use ring generalship, and actually box. And this was the case as with the Floyd Mayweather fight, in which Pacquiao had a hard time making contact with Mayweather, and he actually lost that fight against Floyd Mayweather. Now, in my opinion, Pacquiao is choosing to fight Vargas because he poses no initial threat in power or speed. And while exciting at times, meaning Vargas, referenced the Bradley fight in which he hurt Bradley pretty bad in the 12th round. At best, Vargas will more than likely deliver a Chris Algieri-ish type performance against Pacquiao. For example, getting knocked down multiple times and getting absolutely peppered with punches from start to finish. Now, also, I think that Pacquiao chose this fight because of all the available opponents that he could face since he's fighting on November 5th of this year. Vargas has the WBO welterweight belt, so I think Pacquiao wants to fight someone who has the title. He wants to fight someone who's going to benefit him, in the long run. And not just, a fight just to come back and be a tune-up fight. And I think this is still like a tune-up fight, but it's a tune-up fight that's going to get him a belt if he wins. Now, supposedly reports are saying that Crawford stated that Pacquiao would need to come down from 147 to the 140 lightweight division for a fight to actually happen. Now, if this is actually true, and he made this statement, then I can kind of see a case for Manny not wanting to fight him because, you know, at age 37, meaning Manny Pacquiao, it would be very tough and draining for Pacquiao to go that far down in weight just to face a fighter not as established as himself. You know, Terence Crawford is a great fighter. He's doing great in the lightweight division. I mean, he's cleaning that division up. He's unified the belts. And, you know, he's just not as established as Pacquiao is. I mean, that's just the way it is. But, you know, again, we don't know how true these statements really are. You know how the press likes to twist and edit statements in sound bites. And, you know, I think rightfully so. I mean, Pacquiao has a right to make that decision being established. And there's no reason he should have to go down and wait to meet Terence Crawford. I mean, I would definitely like to see those guys fight, but due to status, I think Crawford definitely would have to come up to welterweight to face Manny Pacquiao. Now, the tell of the tape for Pacquiao and Vargas. Again, Pacquiao is 58 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws. He's won the last 4 of his last 6 fights. He lost 2. He's 5'5.5" inches tall. His reach is 67 inches. Now, Jessie Vargas is 27 wins, 1 loss, 0 draws, and he has actually won 5 of his last 6 fights. His loss coming against Timothy Bradley. He's 5'10" inches tall, and his reach is 71 inches. So, you know, on the books, he's the bigger fighter. You know, you would think he's the stronger fighter, but I don't think in this case his size, his reach matters. Again, this is going to go the same way, in my opinion, as the Chris Algieri fight went. I mean, that's how I think the fight's going to go. Multiple knockdowns, and Manny just absolutely tattooing the hell out of Vargas with punches from every angle. And I think Manny is past the point of actually knocking out most of his fighters. So I see the fight actually going the distance, 12 rounds, and Manny winning by way of a unanimous decision. Now, takeaways from this fight, you know, I think the only way the fight between Terence Crawford and Manny Pacquiao will be made is by Terence Crawford actually stepping up to welterweight to fight Manny Pacquiao. Easier said than done, because, you know, with the timing, the way things are going to go, who knows if Pacquiao will still be fighting by the time Terence Crawford does that. Who knows who Terence Crawford would have to face first if, you know, he comes up to welterweight and chooses to pursue Manny Pacquiao again. But, you know, at this point, Manny's only choices for a fight, if not Jessie Vargas, his only choices for a fight possibly could have been Amir Khan. You know, that was a possibility, but again, Amir Khan doesn't bring anything to the table in ways of a championship belt. I mean, yeah, it'll be a good fight, but Manny, I think, is looking for a belt. Also, Adrian Broner, that would have been a great fight, but 2 things. Adrian Broner doesn't have his belt anymore. He was stripped of it from his last fight with Theophane for not making weight. And then, on top of that, you never know what, you know, Broner's situation is going to be as far as his legal issues. I mean, right now, he's still serving his 30-day jail sentence. And, I mean, it's unpredictable with where Broner is going to be and how the fight's going to be made. Plus, rumor has it that Broner turned down a dollar figure that the Pacquiao camp actually offered him for a fight in November. So, you know, that's not a possibility right now. And, you know, maybe Sean Porter, maybe he could have fought Sean Porter, which would have been a great fight, awesome fight. But, again, Sean Porter doesn't have a belt. So, you know, I mean, there's also, let's see, Frankie Gomez and Konstantin Ponomarev. Those guys are undefeated, but again, they don't have a belt. They don't have a championship, so it's not going to benefit Pacquiao. Now, you know, this is just my thoughts. You know, let me know what you guys know. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about the fight. Let me know what you think. Who's going to win the fight? Let me know what you think, or who do you think Manny Pacquiao should have fought instead of Jessie Vargas? Of course, I know everyone's going to say Terence Crawford, but, you know, I kind of broke down as the reason why they're not fighting. But if you like this video and you like getting more content and the latest news and goings on in the fight game in the world of boxing, Subscribe to the channel, Job Sports TV.